It's been an uneven start to these NBA Finals with the series at 2-0. Now, Game 3, and a chance for either team to dictate the path forward. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. And the starting group for the Celtics. And it's Banks in at the 4 spot. And for Seattle, we've got Wembanyama, and it's Posey in at the 4. Taking a look at Boston, desperate for some traction in this series. Their home court advantage is lost. At this point, they just need a win.
And if not, I think we're talking sweep. How the mighty have fallen. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's not over yet. Here we go.
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. Blake, the pass to Humphries. Pass to Banks. Shot clock at 6. Here's Fleming. Off target from three-point range. He takes it in. Seattle move the ball around. Now Wembanyama. Pass to Foster. Lets it go from 11. Rebound Boston. Here's Blake. And we're about a minute into the first. Here's Fleming. It's blocked. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
You know that block has him and his teammates all pumped up. That is what playoff basketball is all about.
Now Wembanyama. Pass to Rivers. Right side, Wembanyama. Here's Foster. And the 3 off target.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Fleming. Deflected.
3 straight misses to begin the game. Not the start they were hoping for.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And let's take a look at the players leading the way in assists here in the postseason. The Celtics have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Here's Blake. Got a hand on it.
Yeah, tough start. 0 for 4. Just relax a little bit.
Here's Foster. And that one is stuffed right through.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's Blake following the bucket by Seattle. And first time out of the game called for Boston. man here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Banks. Pass to Fleming. Here's the break. Here's Rivers. He gets it in there.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Celtics trail by 4. Here's Blake. From deep. That shot off the mark.
Just brutal. I mean, 5 straight misses to begin the game.
On the wing, Rivers. Four on the clock. 18 feet out, and Seattle tacks on 2 more.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Blake, covered by Wembanyama. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Seattle leading by 4. Stolen. Here's Humphries. He's scoreless. Pass to Blake. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Fleming. There's the screen. Clock is at 3. Shot on the wing. That's short off the rim.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
Here's Foster. And here's Wembanyama. Can't connect from short range.
Most defenses want to protect the paint first. Great job there.
Blake, pass to Banks. Here's Fleming. Lets the 3 fly. To get it again. Gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
This is what happens when you fail to put a body on someone. The ball is bound to find them.
For Seattle, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Here's Rivers. And again, it's Seattle missing. Boston trailing. Here's Fleming. Pass to Humphries. Here's Fleming. Fires for 3. The shot misses. Here's Rivers. Outside Wembanyama. The 3 is up. Counted from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Celtics trail by 5. Fleming passes to Humphries. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. Boston shooting their first free throw of the night. Boston making a switch here. And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for Seattle. Pass to Foster. Launches a 3. And again, Seattle with a triple.
This is the value of having those stretch bigs. Very hard to contest that jumper.
Here's Blake. Still no points. Here's Norris to the paint. Blake with the bucket.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Seattle leading by 3. Wembanyama pass to Rivers. Offline with a 3. Boston's gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. Pass to Norris. Here's Humphries. Here's Blake, covered by Wembanyama. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the wing, again Boston.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Wembanyama, and Seattle calls time here. The Celtics making a switch here. Seattle move the ball around. The 3 from Aldridge. The rebound, Celtics. Here's Fleming. No points yet. Pass to Blake from outside the arc. Boston with a rebound. Seattle has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Hodges passes to Lawson. Here's Hodges. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. Lawson's shot is off. Here's Fleming, guarded by Ross. Pass to Blake. Here's Norris. They set the pick. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Here's Ross. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
He put some rage into that one, B.A.
You're telling me. Here's Blake. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Pass to Fleming. Down low. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Seattle.
Well, their length and anticipation reflected in their shot blocking totals, making the extra effort to close things out.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
He's off on the first. second free throw is good. For Seattle, they've gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Aldridge outside. Pass to Hodges. Here's Phillips. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Ross. Tight defense on him. And that one's good.
Well, just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
So it's Boston now, trailing by 4. Here's Rice. To the inside. And stolen by Aldridge. Here's the break. Here's Ross. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Celtics trail by 6. We've got 1:48 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Rice. From deep three-point land. Lawson with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And that one drops for him. And now an 8-point Seattle lead.
They have no answer defensively inside.
There's 1:26 left in the first quarter. Here's Humphries, right wing. And he's going for the oop here. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy. Humphries has got 5 now.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
.110 left in the first quarter here. Hodges passes to Lawson. Here's Hodges. Yet to see a basket. Phillips' shot is off.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
And the shot goes in.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the first. Aldridge outside. With the teardrop. Boston pulls it in.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Here's Rice. To the paint. Uses the glass on the layup. And now just a 2-point Seattle lead.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots. Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. Here's Norris. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Seattle out in front. They lead by 4. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And here we go. The NBA Finals continue here on 2K Sports. And guys, what's your take on Seattle so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled. And
we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Hodges passes to Foster. Clock at 4. With his first shot attempt. Rice grabs the miss.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Here's Norris. Can't get it to fall. Now here's Ross. Fires the 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
And there's a pick. On the take. He shoots it. It's hauled in by Foster. Seattle leading by 7. Pass to Ross. Here's Foster. He's got 5. Tries it from the top of the key. Humphries grabs the miss. Celtics trail by 7. To the middle. It's intercepted. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
This is intelligent basketball. Forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
Here's Norris. No made baskets yet. And out of bounds. Seattle will have it.
That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
Seattle making a switch here. Wembanyama's checked in. Seattle leading by 9. Inside. And that one's good. Lawson's got his first bucket in this one.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Banks. Here's Norris. Looking to win the run. Again, the miss by Boston.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Back to Wembanyama. Fires the 3. Boston pulls it in. Here's Rice. To the inside. Banks. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. And Wembanyama has the ball here for Seattle. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Pass to Ross. Five on the clock. Seattle needs to get off a shot here. Wembanyama, no good. Celtics trail by 9. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Foster misses. The Celtics have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Here's Rice. No points so far. From about 19, that shot off. Good D by Wembanyama. Seattle leading by 9. Ross with it. Give him 8 points now. Out to the right wing. Seattle move the ball around. Driving to the basket, and he goes in for the dunk.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Celtics trail by 11. Timeout called. The Celtics.
With the offense reeling, coach has to get these guys on the same page.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Norris still without a bucket. Finally gets one to go. That makes him 1 for 5 in this game.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Here's Rivers. They've got a 9-point lead. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Rivers. Just 4 to shoot. Banks pulls it in. Celtics trail by 9. Here's Rice. Pass to Blake. And there's the screen. Lets the 3 fly. And Posey pulls it down. For Seattle, they've gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Here's Foster. Here's Posey. Here's Wembanyama. Yes, on the jumper. Wembanyama's got 5 points.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Pass to Rivers. Here's Foster. Here's Posey. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Wembanyama. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Seattle shooting their first free throw tonight. Ross, he's checked in for Seattle.
Number 41, shooting 1.
One shot.
And that one misses. Celtics trail by 13. Pass to Rice. Here's Fleming. There's a screen. Down low. Here's Banks. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it. Here's Rivers. Now Wembanyama. Back to Rivers. Shot clock at 5. And out of bounds. Seattle will have it. Seattle making a switch here. Seattle leading by 11. To the left wing. Clock at 6. Here's Posey. And again, it's Seattle missing.
When you're wide open like that, no need to fade away.
Pass to Blake. Here's Fleming. To the paint. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Seattle has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Here's Rivers. They set a pick. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go. Boston pulls it in.
Boy, if he ever finds his footing, they'll be in even better shape. Right now, his teammates carrying him.
Here's Blake. Pass to Banks. There's the three. Here's Blake. Beyond the arc. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for three.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot three.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he hits the first of three. And he's good on the second. And he nails the third.
They've been impeccable from the line here in the second period, doing what they can to try to build some momentum.
Out to the right wing. And it's Posey missing.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Pass to Fleming. Foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
They found their rhythm at the free throw line this quarter, trying hard to make up ground.
Boston shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game. That free throw misses. He hits the second from the line. Seattle leading by 5. They set the pick. Out to the right wing. Here's Posey. Sinks the tray. Posey's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Well, you simply have to stay connected to him. His shooting stroke is that pure.
Pass to Humphries. Here's Banks. Nice ball movement by Boston. Seattle pulls it in. Posey's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the middle. Here's Phillips. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And the Celtics in possession here. Following the bucket by Seattle. Pass to Fleming. Shot clock at 6. Ball stolen. And here they come. Here's Rollins. And the layup falls. And it's a 12-point Seattle lead.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro. .103 left to play in the first half.
Pass to Fleming. Here's Blake. Here's Fleming. Gets the three to fall. Fleming's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. 32 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Rollins gets the bucket.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Here's Blake. He has 7. Pass to Fleming. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of this one. Here's Blake. Got a piece of it. In transition. Here they come. 19-footer. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And so it's Seattle. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. More 2K action in just a moment.
Glad to have you with us. So far, it's been a dismal performance for the Boston Celtics.
Guys, they're laying bricks out there. Shaq, I could read your mind as you were watching that.
I can't say that I was thinking out loud, not on this show.
Pointing out that they're shooting under 30% from 3. That's frosty. Looking at how the Celtics are doing in this series, when you think about the series, Shaq, do they need to win this game?
Yes, Ernie, if they lose this one, they are in a serious hole. I'd even call it a Shaq-size hole.
Well, those Shaq-size holes are hard to get out of. But seriously, I call this a must-win, Ernie. I mean, you can't afford to fall too far behind in the playoffs.
A crucial game for sure. We'll see how it plays out. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. Here's Rivers. We've got Wembanyama, and it's Rivers in at the 2 spot. Foster, the pass to Posey. Now here's Wembanyama. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Wembanyama's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Celtics trail by 13. So the Celtics 5 right now. And it's Humphries in at the 3. Inside. Oh, they pick off the pass. Wembanyama, pass to Posey. Here's Humphries. Pass to Banks. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. About a minute played here in the second half. Outside Wembanyama. Out left to the wing. Here's Foster. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 assists in the game. Celtics trail by 13. Here's Blake. He's got 7. Tipped. Pass to Humphries. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot is up. It's hauled in by Foster. And Wembanyama has the ball here for Seattle. This is the most they've led, 13 points. Here's Posey. Back to Wembanyama. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Wembanyama's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, dependability, right? That is not wasting possessions. This is all about taking and making good shots.
Boston shooting just 37% in the game. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Blake, covered by Wembanyama. Pass to Humphries. And here comes the break. And here's Wembanyama. Fleming grabs the miss.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Blake, the three-pointer off the mark.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy.
Here's Foster. He has 7. Pass to Rivers from behind the arc. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And Seattle leads by 17.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
And the Celtics call time here. Celtics trail by 17. Here's Blake. He's got 7. Driving inside to stop the drought. And that one's good. Fleming's got 6 points.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Pass to Posey. Back to Wembanyama. Boston pulls it in. Banks has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Humphries. Here's Blake. 6 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot here. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Launches it. That shot missing.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit 1 from range in the first half, but nothing since.
Pass to Blake. Now here's Wembanyama. The D's right on him. Rebounded by the Celtics.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
Here's Blake, covered by Wembanyama. Here's Fleming, fires for 3. It's hauled in by Foster. Foster's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's Wembanyama. He's got 9. To the paint. Here's Posey. Powered down after the assist. Led him to the lane.
Might be undersized for a 4, but that vertical more than makes up for it.
Here's Blake. Pass to Fleming. 5 to shoot. For 3. And Posey pulls it down. Posey's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's Foster. Here's Posey. He's got 7. Seattle move the ball around. And Boston calls time here.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchup?
Substitution on the court.
Here's Fleming. 6 points for him. 3-pointer. The shot by Blake, no good.
Boy, he just doesn't have it here tonight, and it's had a ripple effect on this team.
Throw it down on the lob.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. Celtics trail by 18. Tries to break his ice. And rejected. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Yeah, this is the elevated energy level you expect in the postseason. Chasing down blocks and making an impact.
Seattle making a switch here. Lawson's checked in. Six on the shot clock. Here's the pick. Down low. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. He's got 10.
Yeah, terrific work in the two-man game results in an easy bucket. That's how you do it.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And Seattle leads by 18.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Boston's gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Norris passes to Fleming. Here's Blake. 4-3. And Posey pulls it down. Posey's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
Here's Posey. And there's the screen. 4 on the clock. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Here's Fleming, following the bucket by Seattle. Here's Blake. He has 7. Boston with a rebound. Seattle on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. Here's Posey. No good from outside. Celtics trail by 20. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Boston pulls it in. Blake, pass to Norris. Here's Blake. There's a screen to the inside. Pass to Humphries. Here's Norris. 3-pointer off the mark. Seattle leading by 20. And they recover it. Off the mark there with a 3.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
To the paint. The finish! Oh, a huge slam! An exclamation point on that break.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
So it's Boston now, following the bucket by Seattle. Again, the miss by Boston. Seattle on offense. They're on an 18-7 run. Pass to Lawson. Inside, Posey. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam. That gives him a double-double.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. The Celtics shooting 32% for this game. Not what they're hoping for. Here's Blake. 7 points in the game. Humphries passes to Fleming. Shot clock at 6. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Listen, this guy's doing his part. It's what we know he's about, but they have got to get some productivity from some other guys on this roster.
And Seattle calls time here. Both teams will make substitutions. And it's Seattle with the ball. There's a minute 26 left in the third quarter. Here's Hodges. And again, it's Seattle missing.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Seattle.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
1:02 left in the third quarter. To the right side. Here's Lawson. Can't hit that one.
Well, contests the shot, rips down the rebound. That is a complete defensive possession.
Pass to Norris. Over to the wing. They set the screen. Here's Rice. Drops in the 3.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And no good. The dry spell continues. Here's Norris. Releases. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Seattle looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. We'll be right back after this word. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. We've got Wembanyama, and it's Rivers in at the 2-guard spot. Pass to Rice from deep. Seattle pulls it in. Now here's Wembanyama to the middle. Ooh, it's stolen away. Down low. Up and in on the layup.
Reliable approach. Getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
Seattle leading by 15. Here's Rivers. Wembanyama with it. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Lawson. Let's go with a 3. Boston pulls it in. Banks has got 5 rebounds in the game.
You know, things haven't clicked for him offensively, but other guys around him, give them credit. They're filling in the gaps.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. And it's Seattle with the ball. Here's Lawson. The three is up. And it's going to be out of bounds. Seattle will have another go. Seattle making a switch here. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Clock at 6. Here's Wembanyama. Here's Foster, and he jams it home with authority.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out, just going right for the slam.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave no doubt.
Here's Norris, following the bucket by Seattle. Here's Rice. The three ball. It's hauled in by Foster. Foster's got rebound number 7 tonight. Now Wembanyama from downtown. No luck on that one.
Boy, not looking sharp at all here in the second half, but it hasn't deterred him one bit.
To the inside. Seattle pulls it in. Posey's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. Pass to Rivers. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
The lead pass is on the money. Make it so easy for your teammate.
Celtics trail by 17. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Here's Norris. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Rice. It's hauled in by Foster. Foster's got 8 rebounds in the game. And he gets that one. And Seattle leads by 19.
Terrific move. He sees the opening and doesn't hesitate.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. To the middle. Right wing. Here's Blake. Nails it from 3.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
And Wembanyama has the ball here for Seattle. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Inside, Posey. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Boy, what else is new? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
Celtics trail by 18. Here's Blake. Pass to Rice. No good on the 3. Wembanyama scanning the floor. Looking to end this cold spell. The 3 sends it home from three-point land.
He's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
The Celtics have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Norris. And there's a pick. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Seattle on offense. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Foster. Back to Wembanyama. Blocked! Here's Norris. Again, the miss by Boston.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Here's Rivers. Outside Wembanyama. And Wembanyama missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
With the drive. Pass to Rice. To the paint. It's picked off. Here's Rivers. Here's Foster. The three from Wembanyama. Pure from three-point range.
His third triple of the game. A little more success from out there in the second half.
Down low. Here's Blake. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Foster. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist. Foster's got 5 points now in the quarter. Boston's gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. To the wing, right side. Oh, it's stolen. Pass to Rivers. There's the triple. Banks pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Rice. Right wing. 6 on the shot clock. There's a screen. Here's Norris. And he's back in business as the jumper finally drops for him.
This is their plan in the second half, to try to use the three-point shot to shrink this deficit.
And here's Wembanyama. Pass to Foster. Lets it fly from 18. That one doesn't go. He's now 5 for 9 in this one. And the Celtics shooting 33%. This hasn't been their quarter. Here's Norris. Here's Rice. From outside, off the mark.
The way he's struggling this quarter, he's only adding to their troubles. They need his offense to come around.
On the wing, Rivers. Takes a three. Boston with a rebound. Here's Rice to the middle. Here's Banks. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And he just punches home the one-hand finish.
Hey, 2 points the easy way. And Seattle calls time here. He's checked in for Seattle. Here's Wembanyama. Seattle on offense. They're on a 17-7 run. Foster, the pass to Wembanyama. Here's Blake. Pass to Fleming. And he lobs it up top. Here's Rivers. intercepted. Here's Fleming. Takes it inside. Nice ball movement by Boston. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock. It's deflected. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
At the line for the Celtics, Max, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second one. And it's Seattle with the ball. Outside Wembanyama. Over to the wing. Here's Foster. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Here's Blake, following the 3 by Seattle. Pass to Fleming. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Over to the left wing. 5 on the clock. Releases. Gets a very good look and converts. Seattle leading by 23. Here's Foster. Back to Rivers. There's a screen. That shot, no good. Boston shooting just 38% here in the fourth. Humphries passes to Blake. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. The 3 is up. And that one's good. Fleming. There's 57 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Wembanyama. Lets it go from deep. The shot no good. Fleming passes to Blake. Here's Fleming. Here's Humphries. Pass to Fleming. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The jumper from the wing off target. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
Here's Rivers. So we see Seattle get the win here. And now that they're up 3-0, winning this whole series is well within their grasp.
You think it's only a matter of time, but the postseason is all about expecting the unexpected. They need to stay focused and finish strong.
Well, that'll do it. Thanks for joining us for Game 3 of the NBA Finals. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game. And time now to present our player of the game.